News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
We begin tonight in Tempe, where the man facing criminal charges for his Sunday picnics for the homeless appeared in city court today. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Caribe Divine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Austin Davis has been holding these feeding events for years, but the city said his events had become too large and he needed a permit. His request for a permit was denied, but that didn't stop him, leading to these criminal charges.
12 News journalist Bianca Bono was the only reporter in court today. And Bianca, where does the case stand now?
Well, guys, today's hearing was an hours-long evidentiary hearing in which attorneys for the city called city employees involved in the permitting process to testify. The courtroom was packed with both supporters of Austin Davis and with those who say his picnics are ruining their neighborhood. Austin Davis, the founder of nonprofit AZ Hugs, appearing before a Tempe judge on Monday as he's charged with a Class 1 misdemeanor for his organization's Sunday picnics at Papago Park, where he gives food and water to those experiencing homelessness.
The homeless population in our city deserves to be treated like the neighbors they are.
During Monday's evidentiary hearing, the city calling 2 employees to testify, employees who were involved with special events and permitting. Beginning in 2022, Davis was asked by the city to apply for a permit as his picnics grew in size. He applied in December of 2023 and was denied by mid-January, in part because he didn't stop his picnics while his application was being reviewed.
They said we had to stop serving food for 60 days, 2 months. And that just wasn't doable.
But for Kelly Scholio of Clean Up Papago, an organization that does trash cleanups in the preserve, she says the picnics have led to excessive trash, including drug paraphernalia.
We've filled up buckets, full 5-gallon buckets of human feces out of the tunnel. We've pulled out over 50 uncapped syringes out of the children's play stand.
She adds she's supportive of what AZ Hugs is trying to do in helping the homeless, but believes it's being done in a way that's made the park unsafe.
I don't think it's the right setting or venue. It's not good for the preserve. It's not good for the parks. It's a safety issue.
Kim Gaffney Loza agrees. She's the neighborhood chair of Papago Parkway neighborhood and sits on the Desert Conservation Commission.
I would not take my family there because of the activity that I have seen.
She says it's unfortunate the disagreement between Davis and the city has reached this point, but wants something to change.
If I was doing this and I ignored the city's requests, I would imagine I would be going to court as well.
Davis says despite the ongoing court case and threat of possible jail time, he's refusing to stop his picnics, holding his most recent event just 24 hours before his hearing.
I don't think I'd be able to live with myself if I had an opportunity to stand up for people that I care about and I chose not to. If I gotta go to jail for this, I gotta go to jail for this.
And Bianca, you first started covering this story last month when the legal battle started to unfold. Now that Davis has appeared in court, what happens next?
Well, today's hearing alone was almost 4 hours long, and they certainly did not get through everything they wanted to get through today. So they're going to have to continue this hearing on Thursday afternoon. The judge has also not yet made a ruling on the defense's motion to dismiss this case altogether. So this court battle continues. Guys, back to you.
All right, Bianca, thank you. 12 News is working to learn more details about a shooting that shut down I-10 in downtown Phoenix for the entire morning rush hour. Phoenix police tell us around 3:30 this morning they received calls about a crash near 7th Avenue. Inside the car, firefighters found a man with a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. Police have not identified the man or said how he was shot. We're staying in contact with Phoenix police and we'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Well, if you thought it was hot today, how many times did you hear that today? Just wait. Valley temperatures cranking up again for the middle of the week, and apparently the middle of the week starts tomorrow. An excessive heat warning is set to go into effect tomorrow through Thursday, and we could once again be flirting with record high temperatures. Meteorologist Lindsay Riley is here with a first look at your forecast. And Linz, How hot are we talking?
We're talking 113 as being the hottest day this week. We also had two 113-degree days last week. So that so far is the hottest reading of the year. Wednesday will be our best chance at setting a record, at least tying one for the day. Tomorrow will be shy, but the excessive heat warning does go into effect tomorrow with a forecast of 111, then 113 Wednesday, 112 Thursday, down to 106 on Friday, and right back up above 110 heading into this weekend. Average high is 103. Even around Flagstaff, highs are going to be right around 90 degrees the next couple days. We'll have triple digits in Sedona, with the White Mountains in the 90s, and even along the rim will be in the 90s. We'll add a few clouds on Thursday, and there will be a couple shower chances Thursday night into Friday for parts of the high country. Here's the excessive heat warning for parts of Mojave County and all the lower deserts. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hottest temperatures will be right around 113. Timing it all out for you coming up in my full forecast. Caribe.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. We are learning more about the Valley boy who died after falling into a river while on vacation in Utah. Tonight, witnesses describe the frantic search and rescue, and 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra shares how his family is remembering him.
Sweet, tender, and tenacious. Just a few of the words family uses to describe Finley Udall. The 12-year-old boy from Santan Valley died on Saturday after falling into a raging Utah river.
Water's way too high. The river's going way too fast.
His mother, Lindsay Udall, says the family was hiking at Bridal Veil Falls, about an hour southeast of Salt Lake City. No one saw Finley fall in the river, but several people witnessed him being swept away.
When I did see him, he was face down and going in head first. And so I immediately was panicked and we all started screaming.
Finley was in the water for more than an hour. Sergeant Garrett Dutson tells KSL, the NBC affiliate in Salt Lake City, a firefighter caught the boy about 4 miles downstream. But a rope used to get the pair out of the river slipped from another crew member's hands.
And as he's holding that rope, it burned through his hands.
Crews eventually rescued Finley. He died at the hospital.
One thing to hear it and one thing to see it in person. It's a completely different experience, and you definitely feel the emotion and the remorse for the person, but for their family as well.
The Udall family says their lives will never be the same without Finley. His parents writing in a post, he died how he lived, just skating on the edge of danger and loving every minute of it. Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gab, thanks. Arizona's fake elector scheme making news with former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani in Arizona today to face multiple charges. The charges stem from his efforts to overturn Donald Trump's 2020 loss to Joe Biden. Just moments after he was booked, he spoke with 12 News outside the courthouse.
Giuliani told 12 News journalist Bram Resnick that he is very proud of his efforts to try to overturn Arizona's election results in 2020 and believes that the case against him will be thrown out.
You might be wondering what the man once known as America's mayor was doing in Phoenix on a 109-degree day. Former Donald Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani was paying the price for playing hard to get when state agents tried to serve him with papers telling him he was indicted in Arizona. A court ordered Rudy Giuliani to travel to Phoenix by June 20th for fingerprinting and a mugshot after his indictment in the fake electors case. Giuliani also had to post a $10,000 cash bond that ensures he'll appear at future court dates. The former federal prosecutor has entered a not guilty plea to all charges. As he left the Maricopa County Courthouse, Giuliani denied he did anything wrong and claimed the case against him would be thrown out. Do you have any regrets about what you did in Arizona after the election?
Oh, my goodness, no.
Why not?
I'm very, very proud of it.
Proud of it? Proud of trying to overturn the vote?
That's your words. Oh, but are you on one side? Just one side? That's a hell of a way to ask.
Well, that's the allegation against you, isn't it, sir? That's what the indictment says.
No, but I'm presumed innocent, aren't I?
You are.
But you don't seem to be presuming me innocent. You seem to me to have a prejudiced viewpoint. You seem to have a prejudiced viewpoint.
Well,
I mean, that's a heck of a prejudiced viewpoint for
okay, you said
an American.
Your answer was heck no. Why not?
Because there was a substantial amount of vote fraud that went on here. That was covered up. Probably one of the biggest conspiracies in American history. And I think that's coming out over and over again.
Where's the evidence the election was stolen, sir?
For all honest people, you can see it. For people who are operating under a kind of democratic brainwashing and fraud, you refuse to see it.
It's the crime of the century, as it's been called. Where's the evidence?
The evidence is abundant. It's a tremendous amount of evidence. Let's get started.
Do you believe you'll be acquitted, sir?
I believe the case will be dismissed as unconstitutional. This is a complete misuse of the criminal process to interfere with the 2024 election.
Giuliani is one of 18 defendants in the fake electors case. The indictment alleges they engaged in an illegal scheme to overturn Joe Biden's 2020 victory in Arizona by sending Congress a phony slate of 11 Donald Trump electors as Arizona's duly chosen electors. A trial date is tentatively scheduled for October. In Phoenix, Bram Resnick, 12 News.
Bram, thanks. Still ahead, there's